Are you struggling to bridge the gap between project management theory and the complex situational questions on the PMP exam? In this video, we will cover PMP exam practice questions, 30 real exam scenarios and detailed explanations. Master the PMP exam with these 30 realistic practice questions. This video covers the latest examination content outline, focusing on predictive, agile, and hybrid methodologies. In this video, we dive deep into 30 high-yield PMP practice questions covering people, process, and business environment domains to ensure you are exam ready. Before we begin, make sure to grab a notebook and track your score to see where you stand. A team member is consistently late to daily stand-ups and appears disengaged during sprint planning. How should the project manager handle this situation? Option A. Report the team member's behavior to their functional manager. Option B. Address the issue privately with the team member to understand the root cause. Option C. Discuss the behavior openly during the next retrospective to gain team input. Option D. Replace the team member with someone more motivated. The correct answer is B. According to the PMI mindset, a project manager should first practice emotional intelligence and leadership by addressing individual performance issues privately. Option B allows for a safe environment to identify if the issue is personal, technical, or related to a lack of understanding of Agile ceremonies. Jumping to a functional manager, A, or public confrontation, C, can damage team morale and trust, which are critical in a high-performing team environment. During a project's execution phase, a key stakeholder requests a minor change that they claim will not impact the budget. What should the project manager do first? Option A. Implement the change immediately since there is no budget impact. Option B. Refer the stakeholder to the Change Control Board, CCB. Option C. Evaluate the impact of the change on all project constraints, including time and quality. Option D. Update the project management plan to reflect the stakeholder's request. The correct answer is C. Even if a stakeholder claims there is no budget impact, the project manager must perform an integrated impact assessment. A change might not cost money directly but could delay the schedule, increase risk, or affect quality. Once the impact is analyzed, C. The change request can be formally documented and processed through the Perform Integrated Change Control process. Implementing it immediately, A, leads to scope creep. A new government regulation is passed that will affect how your project's final product is manufactured. What should the project manager do first? Option A. Ignore the regulation as the project started before it was passed. Option B. Update the risk register and assess the impact on the project. Option C. Immediately halt production to ensure compliance. Option D. Ask the sponsor for more funds to cover compliance costs. The correct answer is B. The business environment domain requires project managers to support organizational change and compliance. When a new regulation arises, it is treated as a new risk issue. The first step is to record it in the risk register and perform a qualitative and quantitative analysis to understand how it affects the project's scope, cost, and schedule. Halting production, C, is premature without understanding the impact. Two senior developers are arguing over the technical architecture of a new module. The conflict is starting to affect the rest of the team. What is the best approach for the project manager? Option A. Make the decision yourself to save time. Option B. Facilitate a meeting where both developers can present their views and reach a consensus. Option C. Tell them to stop arguing and focus on their individual tasks. Option D. Escalate the technical conflict to the Chief Technology Officer, CTO. The correct answer is B. Conflict management is a key people-domain task. The project manager should act as a facilitator, encouraging a collaborate, problem-solve approach, which is a win-win situation, by allowing both parties to present their views. B. The PM helps the team reach a technically sound decision while maintaining professional relationships. Autocratic decision-making, A, should be a last resort. In a hybrid project, the hardware component follows a predictive lifecycle while the software follows Scrum. The software team is falling behind, which will delay the hardware testing. What should the project manager do? Option A. Ask the software team to work overtime to catch up. Option B. Transition the hardware team to Agile to match the software team. Option C. Facilitate a coordination meeting between both teams to realign the schedule and dependencies. Option D. Inform the client that the project will be delayed indefinitely. The correct answer is C. Hybrid environments require careful integration of different life cycles. The project manager's role is to manage dependencies between the two, by facilitating a coordination meeting. C. The PM can help the teams identify bottlenecks and adjust the integrated project schedule. Simply demanding overtime, A, is not sustainable, and changing the hardware lifecycle, B, may not be technically feasible. A project manager noticed that the velocity of an Agile team has been steadily decreasing over the last 3 iterations. What should the project manager do? Option A. Increase the number of hours in the workday. Option B. Discuss the trend with the team during the retrospective to identify impediments. Option C. Assign more resources to the team to boost capacity. Option D. Micromanage the team's daily tasks to find where they are wasting time. The correct answer is B. In Agile, the retrospective is the primary vehicle for process improvement. A decrease in velocity is a symptom of an underlying issue, e.g., technical debt, unclear requirements, or burnout. The project manager, or Scrum Master, should empower the team to self-organize and solve the problem. B. Adding resources, C, often slows teams down further due to communication overhead. Brooks's Law. A project manager is in the process of identifying stakeholders for a new multi-million-dollar construction project. Which document would be most useful? Option A. Project Charter. Option B. Work Breakdown Structure, WBS. Option C. Project Schedule. Option D. Risk Register. The correct answer is A. The project charter is a key input to the Identify Stakeholders process. It contains high-level information about the project's purpose, the sponsor, the project manager, and a list of key stakeholders identified during the initiation phase. The WBS, B, and Schedule, C, are created later during the planning phase. Your company is shifting from a traditional functional structure to a projectized structure. How does this impact your authority as a project manager? Option A. Your authority decreases. You become a project coordinator. Option B. Your authority remains the same. Option C. Your authority increases. You have full control over the budget and resources. Option D. Your authority disappears. The team becomes self-managed. The correct answer is C. In a projectized organizational structure, the project manager has high to almost total authority. They control the budget, and the team members report directly to them. This is the opposite of a functional structure where the PM has little to no authority. Understanding organizational structures is vital for the business environment domain. A stakeholder who was previously supportive has become resistant to the project due to concerns about the final product's impact on their department. What is the best way to handle this? Option A. Escalate the stakeholder's resistance to the project sponsor. Option B. Ignore the stakeholder as the project plan is already approved. Option C. Update the stakeholder engagement plan and meet with the stakeholder to address concerns. Option D. Remove the stakeholder from the communication distribution list. The correct answer is C. Stakeholder engagement is dynamic. When a stakeholder's attitude changes, the PM must manage that engagement. C. This involves understanding their new concerns and updating the stakeholder engagement plan to move them back to a supportive or neutral state. Escalation A. Or avoidance B. D. Usually exacerbates the conflict. Which of the following describes gold plating in project management? Option A. Meeting all the requirements specified in the scope. Option B. Adding extra features not requested by the customer to surprise them. Option C. Using high-quality materials to ensure the product lasts longer. Option D. Completing the project under budget and ahead of schedule. The correct answer is B. Gold plating refers to the practice of providing more than what the customer asked for. B. While it might seem helpful, it is discouraged in PMP because it introduces unapproved changes, consumes resources, and increases risk without going through the formal change control process. Quality should be fit for use, not extra features. During a project manager calculates the Cost Performance Index, CPI, to be 0.85 and the Schedule Performance Index, SPI, to be 1.2. How is the project performing? Option A. Over budget and ahead of schedule. Option B. Under budget and behind schedule. Option C. Over budget and behind schedule. Option D. Under budget and ahead of schedule. The correct answer is A. In Earned Value Management, EVM, a CPI, SPI of 1.0 means performance is on target. A CPI less than 1.0, 0.85, means the project is over budget, getting 85 cents of value for every $1 spent. An SPI greater than 1.0, 1.2, means the project is ahead of schedule, completing 120% of the work planned. A virtual team is struggling with communication delays due to different time zones. What should the project manager implement to improve collaboration? Option A. Mandate that everyone works on the headquarters time zone. Option B. Establish a ground rules agreement that includes expected response times. Option C. Record all meetings and tell absent members to watch them later. Option D. Replace virtual members with local staff. The correct answer is B. For virtual teams, establishing clear team charters or ground rules. B is essential. This includes defining communication protocols, overlapping core hours, and response expectations. Forcing a single time zone, A, leads to burnout and ignoring the problem. C, reduces engagement. A project is nearing completion, and the customer is happy with the results. However, the project manager realizes that the formal acceptance documents have not been signed. What should the PM do? Option A, close the project anyway since the customer is happy. Option B, request the customer to sign the formal acceptance documents immediately. Option C, keep the project open until the customer uses the product for a month. Option D, archive the project records without the signatures. The correct answer is B. Formal acceptance is a critical step in the close project or phase process. It provides the legal and administrative proof that the customer has accepted the deliverables. Without signed documents, B, the project is not officially closed, and the organization could face liability issues later. Customer happiness is subjective. Formal sign-off is objective. An Agile team is consistently failing to meet its sprint goals because the product owner frequently changes priorities mid-sprint. What should the Scrum Master do? Option A, tell the team to ignore the product owner. Option B, educate the product owner on the impact of mid-sprint changes and the importance of a stable sprint backlog. Option C, extend the duration of the sprint to accommodate the changes. Option D, cancel the sprint every time a change is requested. The correct answer is B. The Scrum Master is a servant leader who coaches the organization and the product owner. B. In Scrum, once a sprint starts, the goal should not be changed. Mid-sprint changes disrupt the team's flow and focus. The Scrum Master must protect the team from outside interference while helping the PO manage the product backlog effectively for the next sprint. A project manager is evaluating whether to make or buy a software component. Make costs $10,000 plus $500 monthly maintenance. Buy costs $5,000 plus $1,000 monthly maintenance. After how many months is make the better financial option? Option A, 5 months. Option B, 10 months. Option C, 12 months. Option D, 20 months. The correct answer is B. This is a simple break-even analysis. Let M be the number of months. 10,000 plus 500 M equals 5,000 plus 1,000 M. Subtracting 5,000 and 500 M from both sides gives 5,000 equals 500 M. Dividing by 500 gives M equals 10. After 10 months, the cost of make becomes lower than buy. A project manager is using a technique to estimate activity duration by multiplying the optimistic, pessimistic, and most likely estimates. What is this called? Option A, analogous estimating. Option B, parametric estimating. Option C, three-point estimating. PERT. Option D, bottom-up estimating. The correct answer is C. Three-point estimating. C. Specifically the PERT beta distribution formula, O plus 4M plus P. 6. Is used to account for uncertainty and risks in duration or cost estimates. Analogous. A. Uses historical data. And parametric. B. uses statistical relationships, e.g., dollar per square foot. A high-performing team member is promoted to a leadership role but is struggling to manage their former peers. What should the project manager do? Option A. Demote them back to their original position. Option B. Provide mentoring and leadership training to the new leader. Option C. Ignore it and let the team figure it out themselves. Option D. Take over their leadership duties until they improve. The correct answer is B. The halo effect occurs when someone is assumed to be good at everything because they are good at one thing. E.g., a good coder becomes a manager. The PM should support the growth of team members by providing the necessary training and mentoring. B. To bridge the skill gap in their new role. What is the primary purpose of a risk audit? Option A. To identify new risks for the project. Option B. To ensure that the project is following the defined risk management processes. Option C. To update the probability and impact of existing risks. Option D. To determine the remaining amount of contingency reserve. The correct answer is B. A risk audit is a process used to examine and document the effectiveness of risk responses and the risk management process itself. B. It ensures the project team is adhering to the risk management plan. Identifying new risks. A. Is part of identify risks and updating probability. C. Is part of perform qualitative risk analysis. During the monitor and control project work process, the PM identifies that the project is significantly behind schedule. What is the most likely output of this process? Option A. Work performance reports. Option B. Change requests. Option C. Project management plan updates. Option D. Accepted deliverables. The correct answer is B. When monitoring and controlling work, if a deviation from the baseline is found, like being behind schedule, the PM must issue a change request. B. To implement corrective or preventive actions to bring the project back in line with the plan. Work performance reports, A, are also an output, but the actionable response to a delay is the change request. In an Agile environment, who is responsible for prioritizing the product backlog? Option A. Scrum Master. Option B. Development Team. Option C. Product Owner. Option D. Project Manager. The correct answer is C. The Product Owner. C. Is the sole person responsible for managing the product backlog. This includes prioritizing items based on business value, stakeholder needs, and market trends. The Scrum Master, A, facilitates the process, and the team, B, executes the work. A project manager is creating a diagram that shows the relationship between different variables and the cause of specific quality problems. Which tool is being used? Option A. Pareto chart. Option B. Ishikawa fishbone diagram. Option C. Control chart. Option D. Histogram. The correct answer is B. The Ishikawa or fishbone diagram. B. Is used to identify the root causes of a problem by breaking down categories of causes, like people, process, machinery. A Pareto chart, A, identifies the vital few problems. 80/20 rule. A project is being executed to deliver a new software for a client. Halfway through, the client's company is acquired by a competitor. What should the PM do? Option A. Continue the project as planned. Option B. Stop all work and wait for instructions. Option C. Evaluate the impact on the project's business case and consult with the sponsor. Option D. Cancel the contract and sue for damages. The correct answer is C. The business environment domain emphasizes the importance of the business case. An acquisition is a major environmental change that could render the project's value proposition obsolete. The PM must evaluate the situation and seek guidance from the sponsor. C. To determine if the project still provides value. Which leadership style is most associated with an Agile project manager or Scrum Master? Option A. Laissez-faire. Option B. Transactional. Option C. Servant leadership. Option D. Dictatorial. The correct answer is C. Agile emphasizes servant leadership. C. This involves removing blockers for the team, coaching them, and focusing on their development and well-being rather than commanding and controlling their daily tasks. A project manager is managing a project with a high degree of uncertainty. Which life cycle approach is most appropriate? Option A. Predictive. Option B. Waterfall. Option C. Adaptive, Agile. Option D. Linear. The correct answer is C. Adaptive or Agile life cycles, C, are designed to handle high uncertainty and frequent changes. They use iterative and incremental approaches to refine the product based on continuous feedback. Predictive, A, and waterfall, B, are better for well-defined, stable requirements. What is the critical path in a project schedule? Option A. The path with the most important tasks. Option B. The shortest path through the network diagram. Option C. The longest sequence of activities that determines the project duration. Option D. The path that contains all the project's risks. The correct answer is C. The critical path, C, is the longest duration path through a network diagram. Any delay in an activity on the critical path will result in a delay of the entire project. It has zero float or slack. During a project, a team member's performance drops significantly because of a personal issue. What is the most empathetic and professional response for the PM? Option A. Give the team member a formal warning immediately. Option B. Offer support and explore temporary flexible working arrangements if possible. Option C. Tell them to keep their personal life separate from work. Option D. Ignore the performance drop to avoid awkward conversations. The correct answer is B. The PMP exam values emotional intelligence. Supporting a team member, B, helps maintain long-term loyalty and performance. While the project must proceed, a servant leader seeks to support the human behind the resource. Which document defines how the project scope will be defined, validated, and controlled? Option A. Scope statement. Option B. Scope management plan. Option C. WBS dictionary. Option D. Requirement traceability matrix. The correct answer is B. The scope management plan, B, is a component of the project management plan that describes how the scope will be managed. The scope statement, A, is a description of the project scope and deliverables themselves. A project is finished and the product is transitioned to operations. What should the project manager ensure is completed to conclude the project? Option A, lessons learned register update and archiving. Option B, start planning the next project. Option C, firing the project team immediately. Option D, deleting all project communication files to save space. The correct answer is A. Closing a project involves more than just delivering the product. It includes updating organizational process assets like the lessons learned register, A, archiving records, and releasing resources. This ensures the organization learns from the project's successes and failures. A project manager is concerned about the quality of the project's deliverables. They decide to use a control chart. What does a point outside the upper control limit indicate? Option A, the process is stable. Option B, the process is out of control and requires investigation. Option C, the product is within specifications. Option D, the project is over budget. The correct answer is B. Control charts are used to determine if a process is stable. Points outside the upper or lower control limits, UCL, LCL, or patterns like the rule of 7, indicate that the process is out of control. B. Due to non-random, assignable causes and must be investigated. A project manager is leading a global team. They notice that certain team members never speak up during brainstorming sessions. What should the PM do? Option A, assume they have nothing to contribute. Option B, force them to speak by calling their names individually. Option C, use techniques like brainwriting or anonymous surveys to gather input. Option D, replace them with more vocal team members. The correct answer is C. Cultural and personality differences can affect participation. A project manager should use inclusive techniques, C, that allow all team members to contribute comfortably. Forcing someone to speak, B, can be culturally insensitive or intimidating for introverts. That concludes our 30-question PMP practice session. How many did you get right? Let us know in the comments below. If you found this helpful, hit the like button and subscribe for more project management content. For a full set of realistic mock exams, check out the link in the description below.